That's right, DJ Relly Rail. I'm here with Open Door Arts in Education Project. I have the homie right here.
Yes,
Lucky
sir.
Banks. What's going on, man? How you
I'm in the
feeling?
building. Yes, sir. I'm happy to be here. Blessed.
Yeah, man.
Wonderful.
Dancer, artist, marketer, master marketer, entrepreneur. What else you do, man?
I game.
You game?
Yeah, I do it all.
Yeah.
Facts. I love the games too.
Lucky Banks, man. In the building.
And I'm king of the
Beautiful.
youth, man. So, that's why we here today.
Beautiful thing, man. Get into it. Man, how long have you been dancing? Let's start from there.
Since
Just so that-
about 4 years old.
4 years old.
Yeah, 4 years old I've been dancing, pop locking, boogieing,
Okay.
all types of dance styles, even things that wasn't dancing, just musicality. I just love music, so I would just catch the beats and do anything.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay. So what would you describe? Because I know you do, there's different styles of dancing. I know you do the light feet. I know you do like. I feel like it's like a remnants of break dancing. Like
Right.
you doing a leg move and all of that. Like what
kid
are
and
the
play.
different? Yeah, the different dances. Like what would you describe the different styles of dancing you do?
I pretty much do it all. So it's like I do the style of light feet. Light feet is a form of break dancing. I would like to say Chicago footwork, and so much more. But light feet is the core aspect of the dance style that I do. It originated in Harlem and worked its way up from the Bronx and then Queens, Brooklyn, things like that. I got into that at the age of 10. Chicken
Okay.
noodle soup was out.
Right.
Let it
All
run,
right.
clear it out real quick.
Ooh,
After that,
let's get it.
started making my own moves.
Was you
too.
battling in the barbershop? Because I know like around when the Harlem
More
Shake was
and more
really-
inside house parties than outside.
Okay.
So it was more so outside and house parties. See somebody outside, they dance. Yo, what's up? You trying to battle? Let's get it right now.
But what was the first battle like?
It was crazy. I battled for like at least 20 minutes long. To be dancing back then as a kid, that's crazy, and it's still on YouTube.
Right. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Lucky Luck versus Q Money. I might have to go
check
watch
that.
that. Yeah, it's my
Check.
first ever battle.
I know you got like a lot of footage. I've seen footage of you looking like you 4 years old dancing.
Yeah.
And it's like online and available. Explain to them like the neighborhood you from and even how just moving around the neighborhood got you into dancing. You from the Bronx?
Castle Hill Projects to
Okay,
be
okay.
exact. Very tough neighborhood. Not easy to try to grow up there. You know what I mean? Regular statistics. Got the boys on the corner. You got the girls walking through the block. Got the house parties. Everything. It's hard to stay focused. But dancing, I used to go to the community center right there next to where I live, and it was just so much energy. I just stood inside the dance room. And then we had the basketball court right upstairs, so I would just make sure I go from them two activities. But dancing, I joined the dance team. Once I joined the dance team, we started doing shows in the center for the community. And that's why I'm like, nah, it's lit, I gotta keep doing this.
So you was active. There was the, you had access to different resources to, get your talent out, figure out what you want to do early. How important was that for you? Because we kind of do the same thing with the Urban Block
It was
Party.
important, but I didn't know it was important because I was just a kid. So I was just living through life. Like,
Right.
I didn't know it was important. My mom and my dad used to be like, they used to honestly tell me, focus up. Like, I used to think I was doing something wrong at a point just by dancing. Not everybody see a vision when you going through it.
Very true.
As time went on, my mom and my dad started to see like, nah, this kid is a star. He's dancing crazy. I gotta start getting him more involved in certain other things. I'm telling them like, yo, I really dance, mom. But my mom was a dancer, so she already knew I was dancing.
You already had the swag.
Yeah, but in her time period, dancers wasn't really becoming who they wanted to become. It was harder, so she already knew the steps I would have to go through to become what I wanted to become. She didn't want me to really go through certain downhills within the industry. You know what I mean?
Right.
But she been there, done that. So she was just trying to avoid me from going through certain paths.
So what was the point you decided, man, I'm gonna take this to the train?
Well, my mom told me no. Facts.
She told you no?
Yeah, she said no. I said, Mom, let me get some money. I forgot what I wanted to buy, a game or something. And she was like, no, I'm not buying. You got all them games in the room. I'm like, all right, Mom.
I'm gonna go on the train.
Went on the train, grabbed 4 of my friends. They got in trouble for this. I grabbed 4 of my friends. I'm like, yo, where we going? They like, I'm like, we going downtown. They like, where? I'm like, yeah, we going to dance, make some bread. They like, where, luck? You bugging? I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm like, nah, you good. We gonna do something positive. We dancing. You're not gonna go home with all this money. They're gonna be like, oh, where you get this from? Exactly what happened, but they got in trouble. I didn't. So it was just a good story for me. I kept it going after that.
Has that taught you anything? Like just
discipline.
Because it's difficult to go into, you know.
It taught me discipline, how to save at a young age, depending on what I wanted to buy. I had money, so it was like, I'm 10 years old, I'm going to school. I'm in middle school at that time with like hundreds of dollars in my pocket from making that 2 days ago or yesterday. And all the kids is coming up to me like, all the kids coming up to me like, yo, you guys to the store to get the snacks? That's all we just spend our money on, snacks and games at that time, and probably some sneakers. So we was just sharing the money. But if I could tell myself back then to have all that money, I mean, yeah.
Nah, so you was getting started early on the training, even, cause you know a lot of the schools we go to, you know, there's a crew of friends, you know, and you could have been involved in anything, you know, especially in the Bronx and Castle Hill, like you could have been associated with any type of crowd. How you make that decision to pick your specific friends that y'all end up dancing together? Like,
it's not easy, but
y'all all on point too, man.
Try to motivate others. Sometimes we all not on the right path, you know what I mean? We all don't got our heads there, but we come together and try to make sure everybody's good as one, and just try to focus on the bigger picture. You know, because everybody got their moment in life where it's hard. Even me, myself, I go through it myself. Like, everything's not easy, but I always get that, gotta have a person in your corner that's gonna call you and tell you, look, you gotta do this, you gotta, you know, you gotta make sure you're doing this, and just get back to that. So just picking your friends wisely.
Right.
You know, I done separated from a lot of people. I done, cause I had to, not because I wanted to, but because I had to. Business-wise, and because of mental health-wise, and what I'm trying to do and what they trying to do. So you just gotta choose wisely. Can't be a follower, gotta be a leader. It's one of the hardest things to do, especially in this generation of time. But
you have you experienced bullying as growing up?
Of course. I was like, how tall was I? I don't even know. I was not growing from 10 to, what I want to say, 16. I grew at like the age of 17.
So they were saying you were short.
I was short, so I had to go through the taller kids trying to pick on me because I'm short, feeling like they get the upper hand. Yeah, I've been through all that.
You was battling older kids when you was young.
Yeah, all my battles
so I can
was
imagine.
older than me. None of them was, I was the only young one battling at the time. So it wasn't really nobody for me to battle. I had a battle coming up against Chris Brown's Scooter. He was a young artist that Chris Brown was bringing up as a kid. I was supposed to battle him to keep my legacy going as a kid dancer, but he didn't come. It didn't work out.
Right.
Yeah, it was no kids back then like Fiend really. It was, but they wasn't getting the limelight they were supposed to get. That type of shine and recognition. It was only like a handful of us.
So transitioning, you know, you're dancing in the neighborhood, you battling cats, scraping cats off the floor, like, get out of here, I'm nice. You know, you're on a train getting money. What was the next step, or like, all right, I need to elevate this, I need to, you know, link up with artists, sponsorships, brands. Yeah, you're one of the few dancers in the city, you know, that have gotten to that point that's like, man, you could see, you know, in a shoe commercial or, you know, athletic wear commercial, like, how did you, cause that's difficult, man, you know, and that's entrepreneurship at its finest, you know what I'm saying? What was that like, you know, and just walk us through that, you know?
I went through my downhill period of time, a wake-up call, as they would say. I stopped dancing. At the age of 18, I wasn't really dancing. That's when it got the best of me. I'm just chilling back. I'm playing ball at the time. My brother Classic Man, that's when me and him got close. And we made like a team, Cream Entertainment. From there, we started doing tag team things. You know, we'll get the same clothes, matching fits, go on the train, try to match it up. We'll get the business cards, and then that's when we'll elevate it in that type of way. But before I got there, I seen my friends, Kid Pat, flying out with Diddy. I'm outside just chilling, bro, and I'm like, yo, they on a plane right now for dancing? I'm not dancing no more. What am I doing? That was my wake-up call. I was at 18 years old. From there, I ain't stopped, and that's where it got me now. from not stopping.
So explain to them, man, a few of the brands that you've worked with, you know, just so they get an idea. Artists, because artists are brands, the artists you've done videos with, the brands you've done commercials with, just break that down so they're completely familiar.
Ron Brown's, Fresher, Diddy, French Montana, Chris Brown, Fabulous. Whew, there's so many.
I know you did
Rap
something.
City.
Right, okay. Champs, right?
Busta Rhymes, Champs. Yeah, those are just the artists now. Champs, Snipes, Reebok, New Balance, Nike, and Adidas. Facts. And now I'm about to work with Crocs.
That's official, man.
So it's
yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, salute Lucky Banks, man. That's real entrepreneurship, and you know, so that was the wake-up call where you said, let me get back into dancing.
Yeah, let me get back.
And then that point where these opportunities come around, how do you handle that, you know, and do you search for those? Did they come to you? You know, did they just see you online? Because I know you got a big TikTok, Instagram following, or you went out and seek, how did that happen?
Brands like Champion, I pushed for them just by wearing their merch and just by posting and going for it. And then eventually they reached out to me. Same thing with Snipes, but Snipes just so happened that my video went viral for the Fabio Say My Name. So they reached out to me to be in his commercial. But Snipes is one of my favorite brands before then, so I would go buy their gear and just post it on the internet and push
tag them?
And tag them and keep tagging them. So if you are someone out there who's looking to get into commercials and things like that, go for it. Do not be shy to go purchase their merch, to put it on, to take a picture, to get the merch back that you just purchased, and probably some revenue. So you know what I mean? Like don't go ahead and take the chance, because you never know. These brands is definitely looking for new entrepreneurs out there and everything. Yeah.
You know, Lite has been, you know, active going on 20 years now, right? I mean, between the Harlem Shake, which is hot, like, explain the history behind these dances that you know you do.
The Harlem Shake been out before Lite. Shout out to original Harlem Shakers, Mo, Joe, RP, Smiley. They've been shaking for Eve. They were shaking with Eve and Diddy and just going crazy back in the days. That was before Lite. And then Lite came out. You got the Voice of Harlem. You got DJ Webster. You got Young B. You got Mr. YouTube. Crybaby Cozy. All these big names that just kept the culture alive. And then you got the Lucky Luck. You got the Hype Girl. Got the On Stars. The Waffle Crew. Kid the Wiz. And just keeping the culture alive from when I was a kid. A lot of people looked up to me, so I didn't really know until I watched the views, and then I'm walking around, people like, yo, I used to watch your battles. I'm like, nah, I gotta keep this going. So as a collective, we all just decided as one whole, as Lite, we can't stop. Just keep pushing the culture forward, just keep pushing it.
Dope, man. So I know you do the dancing, you know, you're very active in that world, collaborating with other dancers in the city, but we do know you've also done, you know, rapping and artist work. At what point did you say, you know, I want to add this to, you know, what I do? Because when you performing, you know, you doing your verse and then you busting the move on a hook, doing the little, you know, the leg thing. It's like it's a whole experience. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's something that needs to have a light shined on it. You know, because it's culture and it's New York, you know. But explain how you got into the artist aspect of it.
I used to rap in like high school, doing like little freestyle joints on the table, going down to school. So I always knew I had like the rhythm and flow for it. But then me and Classic just went in the studio, bro, and just started recording. Yeah, me and Classic, man, got in the studio and just started recording. From there, we kept it going. I had a song, Bounce to the Beat. It was my favorite song from 10 years ago. It was Nino, Man, Nate Guns, and who else was on D. Cole. And I'm like, wow, I gotta make this song over. This will be hot for the city.
Yeah.
So now 10 years
So
ago.
you got I mean, it's not new, but you have the video just dropped.
Yeah, the video just dropped. It's me, OnStar, and DJ Webster. So that came together by me just saying, nah, I need OnStar because he got the same type of mindset I got, especially with the youth and the kids.
Shout out to OnStar.
Shout out to OnStar. And then I got Webster because he's a voice for the culture from that time, 10 years ago. It's like, nah, gotta have Webster. D. Cole wasn't reachable, and Nate Guns and everybody. Nino Man is with Jada, so it's like so much going on. He's with Raspy, so it's like, let me just bring it back. So that's why I bring it back.
Education, because I know, you know, we growing up, we like, oh man, I gotta go to school. Now we get older, we got these business opportunities and just taking our talents to the next level, and you may realize how important education is. Like, what are some things you feel is important?
It's very important.
That you use to, you know, navigate.
It's important. Math is very important.
Math.
Math, my worst subject.
Addition?
Yes, but that's very important, especially if you want to know where your money's going and how much money you actually making, especially when it starts to come within team. You got to know your math, for surely. English as well, you know, your grammar. People ask you to write things multiple times, and reading. That's the number one key.
That contract.
Reading, because if you don't have them people to read that contract, I would expect for you to honestly know what you're reading and getting yourself into.
Right.
That's the best thing. But education is very important.
Explain to us how you got aligned with Open Door and doing the Urban Block Party.
Shout out to Hocus 4/5. Yes, sir. He was an artist that was coming to perform for the youth, and he brought me and Classic Man as dancers.
Okay.
We came, turned it up with him. It was.
What school was this?
I swear I don't remember. I feel so bad.
So what you remember the year?
The kids remember. They will write me and tell me, you came to my school with Hocus. They make sure of that. Like, they always make sure to hit me and tell me, yo, thank you for coming to my school. Appreciate you. But yeah, with Hocus.
So you got, like, what is the experience, the Open Door experience done for you? Just getting the, you know, going to the schools, seeing what the children, you know, how their energy is, what they deal with, you know, how they've received you very well, you know, with you coming out and performing and dancing, and sometimes they want to battle, sometimes they be a little scared, but how the experience
overall? I didn't know what to expect, you know, they the youth, you know, kids go through normal day stuff all the time, so sometimes their energy be high, sometimes their energy be low. So I didn't know what to expect with me going out there.
They rock with you, though.
I turned out, every school, it's like, nah, I gotta do this for y'all. They rocking with me. So it feel good, bro. I be looking forward to it. No matter what I'm doing, once I hit Urban Block Party, got a school, I be looking forward to it because I know the energy is about to bring me good vibes.
Right.
Especially if I had a bad day, good day, happy day, sad day, go to Urban, kids, excited. It's a different.
Plus, they may remind you of yourself. You
exactly.
Know,
when I was in school, turned up like, nah, he's lit on stage. Like, who this? Yeah,
I gotta do that. Way. You know, so I mean, that's beautiful. You know, inspiring people, man. Whether it be, you know, through working with the brands, the artists, the music videos, just so they can check you out. What specific music videos you be in, so they can go log on, you know, right now and
French Montana, FWMAG, for abbreviation. We can't say that right now. Chris Brown, Fabulous, Flip Mode. Remy Ma, She Don't Like Me.
Shout to Velas.
I was in a video, Velas, I was in a video with Busta Rhymes, but they took it down. But shout outs to Busta, I did work with him.
Legend.
Yeah. What other video? It's so much, bro. My head just be all over.
Working, man.
Yeah.
Working. A lot of things coming up. The Crocs and the Croc situation. Any other situations happening that you excited about?
About to go on tour with Bobby Shmurda.
Oh,
yes, sir.
Bobby Shmurda.
I'm excited about that. That's
coming up in October?
Nah. Me and French left out for like a month and a half, but I wouldn't consider that tour. This is tour life. Like, this is about to be the first tour I've ever been on. Yeah, this is it.
What do you look forward to on tour? You know, as far, you know, you get to
going different places, but not only that, I really want to see how his crowd is. I want to try to crowd surf, bro.
You got to.
Yeah, I know. I'm way ready.
Very. I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah, I did that.
Out of all the things, I swear, that's one of the things I'm looking forward to.
It's like a conquering my fear thing, because I have a fear of heights.
Okay.
And then really large crowds. I'm like a little claustrophobic, so that's like I'm just conquering two
and
fears
emotion,
and, you know, while being excited. But
definitely my fans though. I got a huge fan base now through TikTok, through the Bobby Shmurda dance that I created. and a lot of them is looking forward to meeting me and seeing me at these shows. So I'm just happy, bro.
So we got that dance. We got the Lucky Walk.
Got the Lucky Walk.
Show them the Lucky Walk real quick, just in case they don't know.
Hold on, just in case y'all don't know, real quick. Let me back up a little.
Uh-huh.
Let me just a little. Then you gotta pop your collar and all that.
Right, and then, right, okay. You know what I'm saying? A little something like that. He invented that. So we gotta talk about that too, man. Just coming up with something, and then you know, you've learned from that as well, like coming up with a dance and the business behind it, and you know, what have you learned from that? Really, honestly, just that whole.
To make sure you got all your paperwork correct.
Because from what I understand, they used your dance in
Fortnite.
For
the song, it's just for everything.
But for Fortnite, like things like that, you know, that's where the education comes in and us
you
learning.
Definitely need all the education you could get, especially when it comes to these companies trying to take something you created. Make sure you go LLC, make sure you become an owner of everything you own, like legitimate on paperwork. Make sure you go get that done. Because if not, they will try to, you know, take control over you.
And these are all things that can, you know, help us generate, you know, income for our families,
right.
You know, for our future, for the next generation. So that's real important, man. Any other advice you have for the young teens that's
stay true to yourself. Like I said before, don't be a follower, be a leader. Take care of your body, your health. That's very important as well, especially the type of stuff that I do and what you may do. Health is important through all aspects. Education as well, that's why we're here. Urban Block Party, open door. Yes. Yeah, just make sure you continue to follow your dreams and keep pushing.
That's right. Lucky Banks
Yes,
in the
sir.
building.
Ready.
Urban Block Party, Open the Arts and Education Project. Let's get it.